everybody. Happy New Year. It's a new year. Hope you guys are awesome. Hope you had a great festive season. I had a good Christmas and good New Year's, and I've had a great start to the year, and I'm just so excited, about what the year has in store for us. Guys, I had a conversation with someone. Always. I'm always inspired by conversations. And, they were just talking about, oh, hey, this is a leap year. This year is a leap year. And tradition has it that on a leap year, women are allowed to, ask a man out or propose. Because actually I researched it. It's an Irish tradition, right? It's an ancient Irish tradition or legend, whatever you call it. And Google says, Bachelor's Day, sometimes known as ladies' privilege, is an Irish tradition by which women are allowed to propose to men on Leap Day. That is the 29th of February, based on a legend about St. Bridget and St. Patrick. Legend has it that St. Bridget of Kildare complained to St. Patrick that maidens had to wait too long for their suitors to ask for their hand in marriage. So St. Patrick decreed that on that extra day of a leap year, women could propose to men themselves. How about that? How about that? So what do you guys think about this, women being able to propose to men on a leap year? Or let's even say women can ask a man out, I think it's unheard of in our society. We're still very, awkward about that. But I know a lot of women who are confident enough to ask a guy out. And of course, yours truly has done that too. Because, hey, what haven't I done, right? So I'm going to tell you a story time, about the time I asked a guy out. Actually, it was pretty serious because it wasn't even just asking him out, but I literally, practically proposed marriage to the poor guy. And, we were still students, so it wasn't, the wisest thing to do, right? So in 2011, it was 2011, I was going through a lot, I was a Christian and I was on fire for the Lord, as a student on campus. And I thought I heard the Lord, guys, Yay! Good tough, guys, a young Christian. I thought I heard the Lord, tell me that a guy in my church was my husband. Oh, the naivety of youth, right? And I was just convinced that that was the voice of the Lord. In hindsight, I think maybe, I took a liking to the guy and, I convinced myself that it was God who was saying that, because we're in church together, we're serving in the worship team together, and he looked like he liked me, So I thought, oh, hey, the Lord has told me that this guy is my husband. So what do I do about this information, And, I was radical, I was radical for the Lord. Whatever I heard, I always ran with it, which is sometimes, a bit of a problem for young Christians, Sometimes you can't just feel that, I feel God has said this and go and run with it, You have to exercise wisdom and ask for godly counsel before you run with what you thought the Lord has told you, right? Especially, when you're not grown in the word, you're not grown in hearing the voice of God as yet, right? So it was early days, in my walk with God, and I thought I heard God tell me that this guy is my husband. So I get back to campus. It was holidays. I get back on campus and I'm looking for opportunities, to sit down and tell him that, hey, I heard God say that you're my husband, right? And anyway, long story short, I invited him to come to my res, and we had a chat. And well, I came out with it, and I just told him, hey, dude, I don't know, if you've heard from God, and how you feel about this, but I just couldn't keep it to myself anymore. I heard God tell me that you are my husband. And the poor guy, right? Like, the poor guy, I think he, didn't know how to react, and he was just like, sure, Nomfundo, that's a big thing, hey? That's a big thing. Wow. I didn't expect that. He says, but God hasn't told me the same thing, unfortunately. And so I would have to pray about it and hear what God has to say. And yeah, so thank you, for letting me know this information. I'm going to pray about it and I'm going to get back to you. So maybe give me till the end of the month or something, that's what he said. And it was the longest month of my life, guys. It was the longest month of my life as I waited for this guy's answer, yeah, And then fast forward to the end of the month, or, I asked him, obviously, I'm the one who's just like, I'm so eager to hear what he has to say, And now, literally, every Sunday at church, I can't even concentrate because, I guess, I'm outwardly liking him now, and people could even see that, Nomfundo, nje usemnaka kakhulu brothers bani, because I was just literally like so excited at the prospect of, marrying, him. And so, yeah, I couldn't wait. So as soon as inyanga iphela, I'm like, hey, time's up, basically. Can we meet for ice cream so that you can, respond to my proposal? So anyway, we meet up for ice cream. I think it was in Milky Lane. We go for ice cream, away from campus. Just away from people's eyes. We go for ice cream, and he's just like, sure, I'm so flattered, that you like me and that you, want me. Basically, you think I'm your husband and you'd like, us to get married. But, I'm still studying. I'm not sure, where my studies or where my career is going to take me after I finish campus. And I still haven't heard God confirm what he told you. I actually really like you. I think you're amazing, and any guy would be lucky to have you. I mean, unomfundo, like who wouldn't, want unomfundo, I was a bit popular, I was a little popular, on campus back in the day, it girl. Hardly, but anyway, so he was just like, man, which guy wouldn't, want you, bruh? But like, unfortunately, God hasn't told me this, and I can't move on this information until I hear from God myself. It crushed me. I was crushed. And obviously, me being me, I was just like, you know what? I think he needs more time to hear from God. So, I was just like, it's okay, I'll wait. I'll wait until God says something to you, And it was like October, November, and, we finished exams, Savala for the year, and I'm just like, I'm going to give you time until you hear from God, so we have conversations here and there, but nje, I'm growing so impatient because I'm just like, oh my gosh, Lord, why aren't you telling him that he's my husband already? Like, gosh. Waphela unyaka, guys. And I think it was like December, we're all at home now. It was in December. So I was staying with the family in Seaview. Yes. So I was in Seaview in Durban, and he stays, can I say, Pinetown area, So, we're in the same city, during holidays. And I call him and I'm just like, guy, have you still not heard anything from God? But actually, let's meet up and talk about this. Let's meet up, okay? I'm gonna come to Pinetown. There's a McDonald's there. Let's meet at McDonald's and talk about this because, like, I can't wait. We meet up at McDonald's, and shame, the poor guy. So he was like such an introvert, very quiet, shy guy. Oh, he was so sweet though. And all this time while I was waiting, I just liked him more and more. And I just thought, oh my gosh, he's amazing. Everything about him is amazing, right? So we meet up at McDonald's, and I'm just like, obviously we talk about life and catch up. And I'm like, dude, what's happening? I'm still waiting. Have you not heard anything? Do you not like me? And he's like, you know what, Namfundo, okay, I think I have to just be 100% honest with you. And I'm like, yes, please. And he says, I like you. And like I said, I would be, so honored, to be married to you. But unfortunately, there's a situation. I have a girlfriend. I didn't see it coming, guys. I didn't see that one coming. He says he's got a girlfriend from high school, and, they're so serious that he's met her family, and he's basically told her family, that he wants, to marry her or whatever, after obviously they finish their studies and whatnot. So he has a girlfriend from high school that he's serious about. Like, what the heck? God, how could you tell me he's my husband, right? So anyway, so that ended things, obviously. Like, I was just like, okay, I can't keep pushing because this guy is already committed, to someone else. So I was crushed even more, and then I was mad at God, But anyway, so it took years, guys, years for me to get over this guy. Like, years. Like, over the years, I was like secretly hoping that he'd come back to me and say, oh, we broke up. I want to be with you. It took forever for me to get over him. Sure. Yeah, it was a serious soul tie that somehow I created, I created the story in my head, about him being, the one. It was a mess. So anyway, from that experience, I decided I am never, ever, ever going to make the first move. I'm going to let the guy chase, I think it's God's design somehow for guys, to be the hunter, I think they enjoy that. And women want to be courted, we want to be chased. We want the guy to show that he's interested. So from that experience, it hurt me deeply. So I decided I'm never, ever going to be the first one to ask a guy out. But I have been tempted. I won't lie. I've been tempted time and time again, especially, when you meet these quiet guys and you're just like, I can see you like me. Why don't you say something? Can I help you? But yeah, I've been able to control myself. Now I'm older and wiser, and I will not repeat the same mistake. So what do you guys think about, this thing of girls asking a man out? Ladies, would you do that? With this leap year thing going on, we're given an excuse to make the first move. Would you do that? And guys, what do you think about a girl approaching you? What do you think? Is that a good thing, or no, you want to be the one to make the first move? Let me know. Let's talk, guys.